What's going on, everyone? LG McDonald, episode 3, Chronicles of Drop and Euro. This week, we're going to touch base. We're going to talk about some of the CHL issues and concerns. Received a few PMs from people around the league that had questions in regards to, how the CHL works, the direction it's headed, and kind of go from there. Obviously, with the Xbox League being full capacity, 60-team CHL, and the PlayStation League working towards that, there's definitely some comparables for both leagues as well. Kind of touch base on where the PlayStation League is going, obviously, and where the Xbox League is headed as well, being already at a full complement. So, also, as usual, some hot giveaways. Got a few packs to open up too, so we can do a couple pack openings at the end. So, without further ado, let's jump into a game and we'll start talking about the CHL and the future for both consoles. Alrighty, let's see if we can find a game here. It's been bad luck today finding small games, so hopefully we can go 6v6. So like I was saying, CHL, Xbox League, 60 teams. This is our second season having 60 teams. Those of you who have an idea how the CHL actually works in real life, it's broken down in 3 different leagues. Yeah, it's the WHL, WHL, OHL, and the QMJHL. Those are 3 leagues divided across Canada, depending on where you live. Kind of depends what league it is. The way the CHL works is the winners of those leagues plus the host team at the end of the playoffs and stuff get together, play each other for a championship called Memorial Cup. It's a pretty cool feature because it's the CHL essentially is 3 smaller leagues broken down, and it makes up one big league. That's what gives us the 60 teams. The cool thing about it all too is 60 teams gives us about 1,020 players total. That's the full league capacity for for the CHL. If you look at the NHL and AHL combined, those numbers are roughly the same, so it gives us a better idea of what the CHL can offer. So it should be a good game. So far, it looks like it's filling up pretty quickly. So hopefully we can get a full 6v6. So it should be fun. Yeah. So the PlayStation League this season, I believe they're sitting around 20 teams. They're definitely not working away. This is their second season. I believe it's their second season having the CHL. Well, definitely, it's a huge asset to growing the league in general. The CHL offers our third tier. It gives players who sign up late, as long as brand new people, an opportunity to play in different leagues and stuff. So it's definitely extremely important to offer that. I might as well throw a CHL jersey on here. Represent. These Hamilton jerseys are actually really nice. The new ones, if you haven't seen them. Yeah, so PlayStation obviously is 2 seasons in. It's done pretty well for themselves. 20 teams already. It took us a while for us to get stability in the Xbox League to get up to 60 as well. We're in about our 10th season of CHL play on the Xbox side, so obviously having 10 seasons under our belt really makes a big difference. It's a lot of commitment, a lot of work for the staff. Pretty much, when we decided to jump to 60 teams in the CHL, I pretty much have to double the staff capacity. Obviously, NHL and AHL requirements are roughly about the same that the CHL is, and with it being a newer league too, there's definitely a lot more demand and requirement for staff to be more available, and so we can spend the time to educate and help the players learn and grow as they work their way up through the league. So right now, on the PlayStation side, the CHL is made up of prospect players. So anyone who's a prospect is considered anyone who's brand new to the league. So brand new to LG, it's not gonna work. Boo. That would have been 6v6 too. Alright, we'll try back again here. Side note, I'm not sure if anyone has noticed, but it seems like if you don't ready up in the drop-in screens prior to the game loading, you run into issues like what we just saw there, and you're all thrown back to the DR. But I usually just back out of this, and we'll try from scratch again. Yeah, so like I was saying, the CHL on the PlayStation side is prospect players. So if you're not sure what a prospect is, it's essentially anyone who's brand new to the league, brand new to LG, or if you haven't completed a full 15 games in the CHL, you maintain your prospect status. So it's kind of the starter out league, the beginner league. The benefit to that as well too is all the prospect players each season end up going to the NHL entry draft. So we're in season 3 on the PlayStation side, so all the players who end this season as a prospect sign up for next season. They'll actually be the draft class for the NHL for season 4. That's how the system works right now. The goal always is to give the newer players a fun learning experience. CHL has a little bit lax rules compared to what the NHL. Oh, perfect. This will be good. Compared to what the NHL and what the AHL has to offer, we don't have positional locks, and we're a little more lenient on what the requirements are for managers and stuff. So we're just looking to kind of fill the leagues, give people the experience they want to experience, and kind of grow from there. It's a good experience for new people if they want to start out managing a team. The CHL is definitely the place to start. One of the questions I got last week, which was kind of interesting, was in regards to being on the training camp. Training camp definitely is a necessity for the success of the CHL. Obviously, with it, there's no tiers below the CHL. The training camp tends to act as that tier that offers for ECUs and call-ups and so on. So training camp definitely is a major part of the deal. The issue becomes is those training camp players aren't really guaranteed any playing time due to the fact that they're not on a full-time roster. So it does become difficult, but we do hope that managers can take the time to make those players feel included in all the team events and stuff, and keep them up to date with what's going on, as well as encourage those players to sign up for games. The last thing you want to do is have a last-minute forfeit because someone doesn't make it, when you potentially could have prevented that by having your training camp players also sign up for games. So keep that in mind. On the Xbox side, we do have a development committee that's really large, working towards prospect games and stuff, which helps allow the CHL to maintain its activity. The PlayStation side, they're also working on that as well too. They're trying their best to get some of those prospect games off the ground and really move the league forward and give those training camp players an opportunity to actually play a few games rather than just sitting around waiting for the season to end or for a position to open up. So that's kind of what the training camp is all about. One of the biggest suggestions that kind of came up in conversation with a few managers in regards to getting off the training camp or for future seasons, what's definitely recommended is, like I said, the CHL 60 teams. So with us only having 20 on the PlayStation side, we're 40 teams shy of being at full capacity, right? So all those players that are currently sitting on training camp waiting to play and dying to play, if you step up to the plate, take a management position, run a team for a couple seasons, that'll give you your opportunity to actually be able to play in the league rather than waiting to play. The fun thing too about the CHL being a prospect players league or a league for new players is you basically can take over a team, have some friends who don't play in LG sign up, and they'll be entered in the CHL bidding, or you'll be able to pick them up. So it gives managers an opportunity to pick up some of their friends, play together, learn together, and definitely work their way through the ranks in LG together, which is that's definitely really important. Really, my settings are a little mixed up because I'm preferred down. I'll have to change that at the whistle. This is definitely not a play. This is gonna be difficult. Just got hammered. This is so weird. What to do? It's like when you're playing at your friend's house and that one period you have to go down and you're terrible all of a sudden because you don't want to do this. So basically, over the years as we've grew the CHL on the Xbox side, one of the biggest suggestions that kind of came up and what we told everyone to do was the fact that along the way as we grew the CHL, it definitely takes a lot of patience to be able to manage a team and run a team. So what we do want everyone to do is just have patience, realize that it's a learning curve and it's a growing league, and those of you that are kind of sitting back, really want to be more involved with the league, well, I really recommend just getting involved in management. That's how we were able to get the CHL on the Xbox side to its full 60-team capacity. We had a ton of players that signed up that wanted to play games. We extended our offer. We made a bunch of people managers. We gave them the training that was required. We put together some how-to threads and some videos, and we really took the time to make sure everyone who signed up for the CHL management positions weren't really fed to the wolves and had a better understanding of how the league and everything runs, and make that management experience as best as possible as those players work their way up the ranks if that's what they wish. The kind of cool thing too is over the seasons we've also had a few players who have stepped in those CHL roles and actually decided to stay multiple seasons in the CHL as a manager, had some success, really liked the way the direction the league's going, wanted to be a bigger part of the future and the direction. So it's kind of nice to see the CHL grow and get big and get competitive. Like I said earlier, with it being a 60-team league that is essentially three smaller leagues broken down, combined into one big league, it really makes that final playoff run really important. We usually select the President's Trophy or the highest ranked team of the league as the host team for the Memorial Cup, so they kind of get that little notch on their belt saying that they're going to the finals. And then obviously they play alongside the league winners. So the team that wins the Q, the W, and the O, they all play together for that final, for that opportunity to play in the Memorial Cup. So it's a lot of individual trophies too, right? We're giving away scoring titles and player titles and conference and divisional and playoff championships for 3 individual leagues. And then when it comes all together for the Memorial Cup, there's actually player of I think there's like the player of the tournament as well as tournament MVP and a bunch of other awards and statistics that can be given out for the Memorial Cup itself, right? So the CHL definitely has a lot of opportunity for individual stats and some trophies for players to win. It really makes it pretty exciting and fun to be a part of. It's like I've always said all along that how like intense and how in depth the CHL can be really makes for like stick me in the face. Really makes for a fun environment to be in as well. It makes for really competitive. It takes a lot to win to go all the way through the finals and make your way to the Memorial Cup and go through the round robin, make it to the top 2, and then win that actual final best of 3, right? So it definitely becomes extremely competitive and interesting. So that's one of the reasons why I'm a really big fan of the CHL format. So, yeah, a couple weeks ago I did receive a few PMs from some PlayStation players, and they're kind of confused and curious about what this whole training camp stuff's about, and why aren't they getting games, or how do they get games, what suggestions do I have. So I definitely said I would touch base on some of these concerns and some of these issues to see if I could, really, bring light to the direction of things are going and the plans down the road. I think next season, collectively, if we could do a better job of promoting the CHL on the PlayStation side, perhaps we could be able to bring in and draw more managers. I find the middle season tends to be our largest season, our best season, because the game's been out for long enough, and a ton of people maybe pick the game up as a Christmas gift. So it definitely there's definitely a lot of opportunity to come. Like I said, I would love to add 40 more GMs to the 20 we have this year in the CHL. That would give us the opportunity to have a full league to the full capacity, and then kind of go from there. So that was my dream and my goal on the Xbox side. It took 10 seasons to do it, and definitely pretty proud of what the staff were able to accomplish. It was a lot of fun too. We had a good time. Oh wow, that was terrible. A good time, really getting to where it is now. Now we're just working on stability and maintaining that, and all the stuff that goes along with managing and running the CHL to that level, to that capacity, right? So that's what I'll kind of touch on now. The Xbox CHL League has had 10 great seasons, right? So the season 9 and season 10 being this season were our first 2 seasons where we had a full capacity 60 teams, and with that comes a lot of other challenges and difficulties that we're learning. As the time progresses, we are noticing that the CHL managers are gaining experience, and their goals are to work their way up. So we are seeing some guys jump to the AHL level to manage, which does leave some voids in the CHL when it comes to experience. That's something that we're learning this season. We kind of took for granted the experience and the returnees we've had for several seasons down in the CHL on the Xbox side. So this season we are seeing some new faces, which can at times can cause a few issues. People are new to the systems and aren't familiar with how the league runs and what the expectations are. So it does require us to be a little bit more due diligent and really maintain and stay on top of everything at the staff level to make sure that all these managers who have stepped up are successful as possible. Each season we kind of get that brand new feel, which perhaps can be annoying for some, but definitely look forward to every season really growing the CHL and giving our new players who are new to LG opportunity to play. So that being said, we will be looking at other things for next season on the Xbox side to make sure that we're supporting those managers as best as we possibly can and giving them the best opportunity to be successful. Obviously, this season we've had a couple forfeit issues, which is a little bit unusual. Last season, the CHL numbers were roughly what the CHL numbers are currently. So last season we had very, very little forfeit issues. So we're kind of looking and trying to look at the root cause and what the problem and why are we seeing issues this season when perhaps the numbers and such are roughly the same as what they are last season. So I think that some inexperience has come into play. As well as our development committee on the CHL side perhaps hasn't been as active as we'd like. Those guys play a major role and a major factor into helping keep those training camp players active, so on and so forth. So we are looking at ideas to perhaps have the ECHL training camp players end up playing in some competitive scrimmage games against the the CHL training camp players, that'll give both of those training camps, which are a major key factor to our league, an opportunity to continue to be successful and to continue to play, be active, because you never know when the time may come where they are going to be required to be called up. So we definitely want to make sure those players are around when need be. Like I said, I can't really stress enough how important those training camps are for the league, and kind of go from there. So that's where we're sitting right now on the CHL side. It's by all means it's another successful season. Having 60 teams is definitely makes it as best as possible. The kind of cool thing too is the Xbox League is, once again, it's also kind of going to that whole prospect league feel, which definitely really encourages newer managers to kind of step into those roles, because they are given an opportunity to recruit a few friends and bring their friends over to the league and perhaps pick them up. It definitely makes the LG experience a little bit easier and a little bit more fun when you have some players on your team you're familiar with, and perhaps from club or maybe from real life, or whatever the case may be. So we definitely do encourage new managers to recruit some of their friends who play. There's a lot of people out there that don't really have the experience that we can offer here at LG. Keep in mind, between the both consoles, we're a league of we'll say roughly 6,000 players. And looking at recent numbers from EA Sports from a couple events ago when I was there in Vancouver, they were saying roughly 150,000 ESHL players on both consoles. On each console. So that's 300,000 players in total, we'll say, that play club, play ESHL. So we definitely have a lot of room to grow and expand the brand of LG. So don't kid yourself if you think that maybe all the players are here, because by far they're not. There's always room to grow the league and expand and kind of get better. So that really makes a big difference for ECUs and new blood. And as things change too, you gotta keep in mind, man. Like, everyone gets older and life experience changes, and commitments to the league definitely change as well. And as those things change, we do require the need to replenish the stock and the players who play here. So we definitely have opportunities to use, drop-in, for example. I'm playing with 11 other players that I've probably never seen before. Probably don't know what LG is or know me at all. It's definitely a good opportunity to have a few conversations and invite those players to partake in our league and have fun with the things we do. I spend a lot of time playing drop-in, and I do spend a lot of time in school, a lot of time discussing LG or discussing the future of the game, based on like my kind of game changer perspective with other players. It's kind of nice to sit down and talk to people and get their opinion on what they think about the game, or do you like the passing, do you like the skating, do you like this, do you like that, right? So that just gives more feedback that I can kind of bring to the table for EA Sports. But on a side note, no, I definitely think that that's one of our best ways to be able to bring new faces to LG, especially at the CHL level, where perhaps forfeits can become an issue due to the inactivity of players. So we definitely need to be able to continue to replenish. And I keep telling CHL owners and stuff, one of the biggest keys to success is having an active training camp. In order to maintain an active training camp, you definitely have to be constantly scouting, constantly bringing players in, constantly looking for that next hidden talent. You never know when you're going to need an ECU or when you need someone to step up. So that's probably the best advice I could give to our CHL managers in regards to training camps and so on and so forth. So yeah, so that's pretty much the Xbox and PlayStation CHLs in a nutshell. I'm not quite sure why the guy did that. We weren't offside, but okay. Probably break down, go into a little bit more detail right now. So we'll start off with the maybe we'll go the Xbox side here. We'll just talk about the we'll talk about management, for example. This season we definitely saw some returnees, and we saw some brand new faces. So one of the biggest keys to success for the Xbox side, I think, is consistency. That's why we've continued to maintain the same staff for the past 2 or 3 seasons. Obviously having Zeno as the commissioner there. He's been the commissioner for several seasons at that CHL level. He's done an excellent job. So I think that consistency and that same that really helps those managers, get comfortable and kind of understand what the expectations are, and also, build that relationship with him, that allow them to, better educate themselves and learn and get better and move forward in their position as management, which, that overall helps the league. As much as people want to say that, it's a league of players, it definitely is, but without managers, we definitely do don't have a league per se. We need managers to step up and run teams. Obviously, look at the PlayStation side. We only have 20 teams. The reason why we only have 20 teams is because we don't have enough managers. So obviously, if we had more managers, we'd have more teams, so on and so forth. Same thing kind of goes for quality managers. It's great to have managers. That's definitely my number one thing, but my number two most important thing is definitely quality. I definitely enjoy and encourage players to come. Do a couple of years in the CHL. No, don't just do a one-season CHL stint and expect to know everything and be able to jump right up the ranks. Because in majority of the cases, that isn't how things play out, and it isn't how you're going to be successful. This season here, we have seen some experienced CHL players decide to take their talents to the AHL, and a couple of them have been successful, and a large portion of them have not. Perhaps we'll see some of those CHL experienced guys, take a step back to the CHL next season, just to simply, maybe reevaluate, re-educate, and kind of go from there before they step back up to the AHL level. That kind of stuff definitely will benefit the league in as a whole, because we definitely welcome back experienced managers with open arms, especially the CHL level. And we bring in a lot of new talent every year who perhaps aren't fully educated and fully knowledgeable about how the league runs and what operates and so on and so forth. So adding experienced people to the CHL management level definitely is a huge advantage to the league and to all the players as well. So that's kind of where we're sitting at right now. We're heading into week 5. So we're just over the hump of the halfway point on the Xbox side. So overall, so good. Definitely believe that we can make a little bit of room of improvement. Our goals for the second half of the season are to reactivate our development committee and really try to reactivate our training camp players, bring them back to be active again so they can really help out finish out the season. We've also encouraged our CHL managers to continue to scout, bring new talent to LG, bring new talent to the training camps. That'll really be a big key in your success for the remainder of the season. And even in the playoffs too, man, you never know. People's jobs changes, or maybe someone gets called in for work, overtime, someone gets sick, so on and so forth, right? There's so many what ifs that could occur, which may require an ECU, and you'd hate to lose a playoff series or a playoff game because one of your really reliable guys has a last minute emergency and can't attend. So let's really really take that serious, really take it to heart that your training camp is the key to your success, because you never really know when emergency could happen to one of your players and you have to call upon your training camp to bail you out, right? So keep them active, keep recruiting, and kind of go from there. And I think that we'll have a pretty successful season if you can continue to do that. That was a really nice shot. So let's jump across. We'll go across the pond and we'll jump onto the PlayStation side here. We'll talk about where they're headed and the future of that. So Birthday Machine, Rob Chainsaw from Old Gamer Tag from the VHL days. He definitely has a lot of experience at the CHL level. Him and I worked together in VHL. He was the CHL commissioner there as well. He definitely was able to bring experience, knowledge. Former CHL manager, which makes all the difference, I find. Manager turned to commissioner definitely can offer the best of both worlds. They have experience from kind of both sides of the fence, which really offer a lot to those coming up the ranks and a lot to offer to those whom are just starting out, right? So the goal right now, obviously, 20 teams this season. We're happy with that. 20 is not, 30 is better than 20, and 40 is better than 30, and 50 is better than 40, right? So that's kind of the mentality we have, is we want to keep grow, offer more experience, really expand into the PlayStation community. We're only 3 seasons into our PlayStation brand here, and I think we definitely have a lot of room to grow and expand and get better, and that's kind of what we're looking towards. And we keep talking at administrator level in regards to what better ways can we brand ourselves, what better ways can we promote ourselves, what better ways can we bring talent to LG, regardless of console. So definitely the PlayStation side is where we'd like to expand and continue to expand a little bit more. And I really think that the one direction and path we could go is through the CHL, really promote and bring more managers aboard, have those managers kind of do the troop soldier work for us, get down in the trenches, bring in their friends, and really, help the league grow. I really do think like a 60-team CHL, and we're competing for the Memorial Cup in the true format of what it's meant to be set up as, would be a lot of fun for the PlayStation community. It's something they really deserve, and I just really think until you actually get a chance to compete in that full 60-team league, you don't really have any idea of how in depth and how hard it is to win, right? So we definitely want to take the time to continue to grow each season, and even little bits by little bits, right? We're patient. We're not trying to build Rome overnight. So, if next season means we go to 26 or 30, so be it. Where our goal is obviously to be where we are at the 10th season mark, as where we are on the Xbox side. So obviously by season 9, I'd like to have 60 teams. So 6 seasons away, 2 full games. Quite a long time. I think with the direction and how well the PlayStation community has been growing and conforming into stuff, I think it's pretty realistic to be able to meet that goal a lot sooner than 6 seasons. It would be kind of cool to see perhaps next season hit the 45 or 46 team mark. That would be a lot of fun. It could really make for the best experience possible for everyone, right? So, but yeah. So that's kind of the goals right now. I think the easiest way to make growth on the CHL side would be is to kind of reach out to the training camp players in the community, kind of like what I'm doing today. Really, educate them about what the systems are and how they work, right? Obviously, I think there's a lot of people that kind of misunderstood the fact that if their options were between managing a team or being in the training camp and unable to play, I think a lot of those players would have probably chosen a management position over a training camp position per se. So I think those are things that we need to better communicate to the community in regards to the future and our ideas and the goals and so on and so forth, right? So I think as we do that better, we'll actually probably see exponential growth, which is really, really huge, really, really key, and definitely something that we're looking forward to. So that's kind of the main goals, the main ideas. I think everyone has a really good idea, a better idea now anyways, of what's kind of going on. My game plan was to kind of go over some website stuff as well too in this stream. Unfortunately, my OBS and my other stream features and stuff are still a work in progress. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to grow and make that as best as possible, where I could actually show you the website after a game, so on and so forth. So fingers crossed. Hoping for maybe episode 5. Our big 5th episode will be the revealing of my OBS backgrounds and my ability to show you more. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably follow this video up with a quick video screen capture of the website. I'll go over some of the training camp stuff, some of the simple how-tos, some of the basics for our new players to kind of learn. They always have questions in regards to where's my locker room, how do I sign up for games, what do you recommend, all that kind of jazz, right? So I think the better I can do that, the better you all will be understanding. Because even if you're a training camp player, I do recommend to get yourself in the habit to sign up for games weekly. Be a part of your team, be a part of the community. Whether that means talk in the forums, engage in the chat box, be a part of the media team. There's definitely many ways you can be involved in the league, especially if you're in a situation where you're perhaps not playing it, right? So I think being a part of the community is kind of the biggest draw why people come to LG anyways. It kind of gives you a warm and fuzzy feeling, you meet a lot of pretty cool people, and you get to play hockey with a bunch of people, which tends to be makes this league really interesting, right? So I'm not sure why that guy took that behind the net and shot it into the back of the net, but it is what it is. It's a big hit. It's one of my only downfalls about dropping games, man. You just get guys that just quit, or they just play stupid. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's just out there. Oh wow, that was a really good chance. I really fucked that up. Yeah. So yeah. Talk about the playoff format. So the Quebec Major Junior League is kind of interesting. They're an 18-team league, but their strategy and systems is they don't divide into conferences, which I always kind of found was weird. They kind of just run this random running total of the top 16 teams make the playoffs, and then the first seed plays the 16th seed. It's just it's very peculiar how they have it all set up. I'm not really a huge fan of why it's like that. I definitely prefer the W and the O, where they are divided into Eastern and Western conferences, which allow for a better strategy. 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, and then crossover for the conference finals, all that stuff, right? So that's more traditional. That's more like what I'm kind of used to. So That's a really bad penalty. Be nice to see, if there's going to be changes. The AHL and NHL definitely changed their formats the last couple of years in regards to playoff matchups and stuff to make it a little bit more competitive and a little bit harder, and really make those first round matchups more difficult than what we've ever seen before, right? So, be interesting to see if the CHL is going to follow suit and offer something a little bit different. So we'll see. Big goal, short-handed, blue, nice. Yeah, so then jump to the OHL. OHL's 20 teams. It's 10 and 10 of the conferences. Top 8 each conference make it, right? So pretty neat, pretty cool. So once again, 4 teams don't make it. 2 teams don't in the queue. And then the WHL 22 team. 22? Oh, hang on, I'm math here. Yeah, 22 teams. Yes, that's what it is. So once again, I think it's 11-11, or maybe it's 12 and 10. It might be 12 and 10. I can't remember. And then there's definitely the top 8 seeds in both conferences make the playoffs there as well, right? So definitely we do see 6 non-playoff teams on that side. We see 4, which is 10, and then 2 in the queue. So 12 out of the 60 don't make the playoffs. May not seem super competitive to everyone, but that is the structure. I kind of like that setup. That I think it benefits our new players. It's kind of cool to be able to sign up for a league and have more than a 50% chance, like looking like more like a 60% chance that you're going to make the playoffs. I always felt that was a real good benefit about the CHL. So your season, you have a season that's roughly 9 weeks long. You're going to play as a player 9 times 3, so 27 games, we'll say roughly, and then maybe get to go a couple rounds in the playoffs or whatever, right? So all the players in the CHL get a lot of hockey, and I think that's really makes that league very unique. But I also really think it's it's really beneficial to all of our players. That makes it just like a better experience, be able to play playoff hockey, What's Yellow gonna do here? Someone's gonna play defense. So yeah, I'm not really sure what your opinion is on the whole playoff structure, but I definitely am a fan of. Let's go for a slap pass here. Boom! That was fucking awesome. That would be cool to went in. I am definitely a fan of more teams to the playoffs, especially at the lowest tier for our new players. Kind of gives them a lot more hands-on, more experience, more welcoming to the LG community. Really get a feel for what playoff hockey means and what it feels like. I find the media department, especially at the CHL level, do a hell of a job to promote the league and promote the playoffs and promote hockey. So being involved in that playoff structure and that playoff environment, I think really makes it exciting for a brand new player. So that's kind of my thoughts on the whole CHL playoff format. So 4-1 win. That makes me, I believe, 2-1 is my show record now, which is kind of awesome. Big game, didn't play very well. I'm a little bit rusty, as you can tell. I haven't played in a couple of days, so probably gonna get some warm-up games in, get some practice games in before my big games this week in LG. So yeah, so that's kind of the CHL in a nutshell. Like I said, I'll make a secondary video just from my computer in regards to a little bit more website navigation for the CHL. I believe that's very important as well too. So we'll kind of go with that. Maybe later on, we'll link it in the box below when we post this to YouTube. So thank you guys for watching. 1 assist, pretty unacceptable in my opinion. I'm usually a way better player than that, so we'll back out of this. And let's go to Hut. Like I said, I got 4 packs, so do some pack openings. Then we'll take a look at the collection. You guys are going to be pretty impressed with some of the Movember guys I picked up. Did pretty well, I think. Fingers crossed there's going to be some more. Fingers crossed for either Big Joe Pavelski or maybe I'll pull a Stamkos tonight. That would be pretty ideal. These packs I'm going to pull are the Movember packs that are available to you right now, I believe, in Hut. So let's go check it out. Back out of the club. Leave the menu. Alrighty. Come on, I'm so excited. I bought these packs this morning and I've just been dying to open them. Hockey Ultimate Team. Give you guys some pointers and tips too when it comes to some Hut stuff. I'll show you guys a couple things I've been working on. Kind of pass the time. definitely was a big fan of collecting hockey cards and cards as a kid, right? So this mode is appealing to me, not only because you get to play, but also the collector side of the game. Really, I really find HUD a lot of fun for that. So um, we'll see. Any new packs to buy? Maybe I'll buy a couple new ones too. Oh, just this one here. I don't think we can buy anymore though. No, we can't. Done in 11 minutes. You have 11 minutes to pick up some of these packs, but I got four to go. Let's see here. Back and forth. Take the third one. It's not first or last, right? So we'll see what we got. Skip the animation. So I always keep my contract cards. It's nice to have them. Oh, Mechanics. Already have him though. Boom. Keep my jerseys. I'll explain to you why later. Nathan Horton. Too bad about Nathan Horton, eh? Alright, so send this collection. Not a very good pack, in my opinion. Pretty weak. So quick sell these guys here. Open the last one here. Maybe we'll see the animation here. What do you think? Stasny. Greener. You gotta keep the coaches. You gotta. This is actually pretty exciting and pretty epic when they do that, right? So, always keep the coaches. Always keep the jerseys. Always keep the contracts. That's my my tip, my trick, and I'll explain to you guys why later on. Send. I don't want to do that. Shoot, wanted to quick sell that. That's okay. Open up the next one. No luck. No Movembers. Pulled 10 of these packs today. It's supposed to be Movember packs, and I haven't got one Movember player. Vandercade. We'll take him. Keep him for the collection. Keep those. Look at this. This is awful. Quick sell. Last pack out of the 10 that you're able to buy from these ones. And I got. Better get a Movember here. Better. Keep the rinks too. Always keep the rinks. Go right to the end quick. Nothing. Well, that's disappointing. That is very, very disappointing. 10 Movember packs. Not a single Movember card. That's pretty bad. Pretty disappointing. Might as well go rip a few regular packs quick. Just cause. I feel a little bit depressed. Unable to get anything good here. Let's pull a couple of these ones here. So once again, what do I say? Keep the contracts, keep the ranks, keep the jerseys, keep the logos, keep this stuff here, right? That was an awful pack too. We'll do one more. I'm never a big fan of these packs. You never get anything good. Saw a guy on Twitter, I guess it was today, pulled an Ovechkin in one of those packs. That's pretty wild. Pretty crazy pack for sure. You get 2 rares and you pull an Ovi. That's impressive. So Backlund's the 1 rare. That's not good. Oh, Niemi, this pack's gonna be bad too. Keep the coaches, keep the contracts, keep the jerseys. Remember I told you all that. Don't forget that. And quick sell the rest. Well, that's disappointing. Thought you guys were gonna be good luck for me today. Pull a few Movembers, but no luck. No luck today. All right, let's jump in. Don't forget, follow me on Twitter, LG_commissioner. I usually give all my cards away on Twitter, so be sure to check that out. I'll put a link to my Twitter in the bottom of the video as well. So let's talk about heroes for a second. These are some pretty awesome cards, and I'll kind of show you what I've been doing. So I picked up these guys here. They're pretty decent. LaFontaine's awesome, man. He's a great right-handed centerman. Like I said, I'm all about the righties, so... but I have a tendency to come in here. I'll show you. Like Montreal, for example, 25 to 45. I've literally just been filling all the players as I get them. When you open a pack, you can you see if you have a double or not. As I get those players, I fill them in, just so I kind of have an idea of what players I already have. So Montreal's a good example. Ottawa's a good example. I think I have all the Ottawa skaters in here as well too for the collection. So as you can see, yeah, I have all the Ottawa skaters, right? So it gives you an idea. So now if I get any other Ottawa players, obviously except Erik Karlsson, they're getting quick sold. Don't really care. I have them all ready to go. To get that Wade Redden card, I think Toronto and Vancouver are in the same boat. I'll show you my Toronto guys here. And this is just like over time, you rip a few packs. You see who you got, who you need. You kind of fill it in as you go. That's, I feel these hero cards are pretty badass. 94 overalls. That's pretty cool. They're all got their own specialties. So obviously, I've got my Larry Murphy, Penguins fan for life. Got my Al McInnes. Obviously, Al McInnes is an unbelievable shot. Stevie Sullivan. Can't say enough about Steve Sullivan. The guy is absolutely tiny and an absolute firecracker on the ice. Probably one of my favorite hot cards. So, all right, let's go look at the collection. And we'll see what we're gonna put up today for you guys. What we're gonna give away. I think I got one really good one I can give away because no one really claimed it yet. I tried to give it away last week and no one, the winner never really came forward to claim it. So let's open this up, give you guys a quick peek. Boom, 95 carry price. So let's take a look at this. This is part of the Movember set for the month. Unbelievable card. By far one of the best goalies. 6'3", 4 synergies, which is crazy. Pretty much above 90 on every stat he has. Actually, he is above 90 on every stat. So, unbelievable goalie. If you want a goalie, that's the way to go. So, alrighty, and then look at your hero cards. So this is the Stevie Sullivan. I'll just give you a quick peek at Stevie Sullivan. He is unbelievable as well, too. So here you go. Look at that. 94 acceleration, 93 agility, 96 speed. 96 speed. The guy is an absolute firecracker. 5'8", 160 pounds. He gets hit, he gets killed. But if he doesn't get touched, he's absolute lightning. So I suggest get that hero card. It's worth every penny. So, as you can see, no more Patrice Bergeron. Movember, had to trade him. Didn't really like the synergies. That's why I got rid of him. Sold him for a ton of coins, too. Picked up the Team Canada 90 Bergeron. Same overall. Passing playmaker, wicked wrister. 2 awesome synergies. Like, kind of hard to go wrong with that Bergeron, right? So, of course, got Flower. Flower's the backup. Unreal goalie. Alright, let's take a look here. Pacioretty, yeah, I know. He's a lefty, but he's in the lineup for a reason, right? So, Devin Dubnyk, this is the one I was talking about. Tried to give him away last week, and, yeah, no one really claimed him. So, there he is. 88 goalie. He's a monster. 6'6", like, one-timers, bombers, trap, 3 unreal synergies. So, he'll definitely be up for grabs for this week for giveaways. What else can we go? Let's give away Jack Eichel. Why not, right? We'll give away Jack Eichel. It's because he's Jack Eichel, and he's a good player. And we'll give away the last giveaway will be both Sedin twins. So I'll give you Henrik and I'll give you Daniel, both of them for your team. So here we go again. We'll go Devin Dubnyk is the one giveaway, the Sedin twins is the other giveaway, and Jack Eichel. Hopefully he gets well soon, man. Buffalo definitely needs him in the real NHL. He's a talented player. They definitely could use his scoring touch for sure. So those are the 3 cards: Jack, the Sedins, Doobie. As always, guys, really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Follow me on Twitter. All the card giveaways are on Twitter. Unfortunately, they are only Xbox giveaways. I only have the version on my Xbox. Check me out on Twitch as well. I stream all my league games. They're pretty exciting. Tend to play pretty good lineups every week. Makes for pretty exciting hockey. And as well, we're looking at, I'll add the links for my Twitch, my Twitter, and don't forget, check out LeagueGaming.com. That's LG, 6v6 simulation league. We got Pro Series, buy-in money tournaments. We offer everything hockey related. Definitely the best hockey website on the planet. So check it out. As always, guys, thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. I'm LG McDonald, aka Brody, and you guys have a great night and take care.